If you were really as for the business and for the people as you say you are, you would get rid of that stupid function. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Business Newsroom. I am Neil Winteregg with Matterhorn Business Development. We are here today in the newsroom, and boy, do we have something fun to talk about with you. So, this is something I've wanted to do for a little while. It's something that is very relevant to small businesses, which is why it gets my blood boiling every time I think about it. And the more research I did for this topic, the more upset I actually got. So what we're talking about today, as you probably saw from the title of the video, is Yelp, the real mafia. That's right. Yelp is the 21st century Godfather family. The Genco olive oil was started, and now it is Yelp, right? For those of you who don't know, that is a Godfather reference, so hopefully you got that one. The person behind the camera just looked at me like, what the heck is Genco olive oil? So anyway, Yelp is something that a lot of business owners talk to me about, and I get a lot of people who get very scared about their Yelp reviews, and I hear all sorts of crazy stories about Yelp. And so what I wanted to do today is I wanted to talk about what Yelp is doing, and this is probably going to be several parts. So in part one, we're going to talk about the problem. So we're going to go over some of the information that I found, how you can find your real Yelp reviews. And then also I want to talk about in the next part, some of the things that you can do to be in control or as much at cause over the problem as you can. Because in reality, Yelp is really threatening people with extortion with the type of stuff that they do. Now, of course, there's no solid evidence against Yelp that says that they're extorting people, but as soon as you start going online, you start finding hundreds, if not thousands, of stories of business owners who are getting called by Yelp, basically saying that if you don't advertise and pay with them, then the bad reviews are going to stick around. Now, of course, Yelp will never tell you that that's what they do, but there's thousands of stories of people saying that as soon as they denied advertising with Yelp, their business ratings went down. Now, how does that happen? How does this work? What is the thing at play here? Well, I found a pretty good article on a website called The Techno Skeptic, which I've never heard of before, but I really like the article. It was written in 2017, so it's slightly older, but this was right after Yelp had just, quote unquote, won a case. And basically by winning the case, they were found that they probably extorted people, but there's no real proof of them extorting people, so therefore it was dismissed. And Yelp will tell you that, all stuff against them has been dropped. Now, in The Techno Skeptic, basically, what it's saying is that there's numerous business owners who get a bad review, and this has probably happened to you. You get a bad review on Yelp, and then all of a sudden, your phone starts ringing, and it's Yelp calling you to advertise. So Yelp's business model is very interesting. The actual customers of Yelp are not the reviewers. The customers of Yelp are the businesses that are being reviewed. Now, normally, you would think that when your customer is the business, you would be protecting and taking care of your business. But Yelp likes to say how they are very neutral and how they do not actually let business owners take reviews down. So it's like, hey, this is the real stuff. But what they're actually doing is they're holding the business owners hostage. Yelp knows that their reviews hold a lot of weight. And so as soon as business owners that I know get a 1-star review, they can't sleep. They feel like their world is crashing in around them, and they say, what should I do? And what ends up happening is as soon as you get that 1-star review, Yelp starts calling you. And they say, hey, why don't you do some advertising with us? Now, how does this work? Well, Yelp knows that every time a business owner gets a bad review, they are going to get very upset by that, and they are going to feel like this review was wrong, it didn't happen that way, or whatever it might be. But that is when Yelp gets really excited. You see, as soon as you get a bad review, they have something that they can hold against you. Now, Yelp says, we do not let business owners take down reviews, and it's true. They will not let a bad review get taken down. It has to violate their terms of service. We'll talk more about that later. But as soon as you get a bad review, they start calling you and they start telling you to buy advertising. Now, This may not be a policy of Yelp to allow or to say, hey, if you pay us money, we'll take down these bad reviews. They may not actually have that as a policy, but it happens. And it happens by their salespeople that are calling businesses, because so many business owners out there tell you that they get told that, or that when they don't buy the ads, good reviews disappear. Now, how does a good review disappear, or how does a bad review disappear on a website that says nobody can get rid of their reviews? Well, I want you to go to Yelp, and I want you to go to a place that you frequent. For instance, I have on my screen here where I get my hair cut, a hair salon that I go to. I've been going to this hair salon for a very long time. Now, this hair salon has on Yelp 12 reviews, and it is a 4.5 star rating. Now, 4.5 stars, that's not bad. All right, that's pretty good. But it's only got 12 reviews. Now, the stars are good, but the amount of reviews isn't very good. So if I'm a consumer, I might think, you know what, I might not want to go there. But if you scroll all the way down past the ads, past the reviews, you will find a little grayed out box. And this one here says 24 other reviews that are not currently recommended by Yelp. So what this means is that Yelp has a filter. The amount of reviews and stars that you see at the top is not the combination of all reviews. It is only their filtered reviews. And this is where I get really pissed off, okay? So at my hair salon, for instance, there's 24 other reviews that are currently not recommended. And I did the math. If I add up the other 24 reviews, because a lot of them actually are 5 stars, you would actually then have 36 reviews. And instead of 4.5 stars, my hair salon would have around 4.7 stars. So in reality, 2/3 of the reviews where I go to get my haircut have had their reviews filtered. Now, why would they filter it? They must be really bad people that get their reviews filtered out. No, actually not. In fact, one of the 1-star reviews that is on here is because they try and say that, you know, they're going to get rid of reviews that don't matter, or ranters and ravers. One of the 1-star reviews that's been sitting on my hair salons where I go since 2014 is from a person who has 4 reviews in their entirety, and they're all 1-star reviews. So I would actually think that that would be something that would be filtered. Somebody who can only say negative things, I'm okay with you filtering or putting that somewhere else. But when a business owner has 24, 2/3 of their reviews that are hidden, that's bad news, okay? And they do not factor that into the main score of the business. They do not put that at the top. It is hidden and it is grayed out. So I want you to go to Yelp, go to a place, your own business, wherever you like to do business. I want you to look, and you click on that, and all of the real reviews start to come out. So Yelp says that this is a really cool process, and they have this amazing filter, and the filter goes through, and it even says here, your trust is our top concern, so businesses can't pay to alter or remove their reviews. It's right here that Yelp really loses me. So your trust is our top concern, so businesses can't pay to alter or remove the reviews. Why are you removing people's reviews yourself? You are going completely against what you say you do. And that is what drives me insane. I even watched a video, Washington Post. There was a YouTube video. The Washington Post had a video. It was about 4 years old. I watched it this morning. It's 9 minutes long, and it's all about businesses who had their reputations ruined on Yelp and stuff like that. We're going to get more into that in the second one, because I don't always agree with all of that. But they had some like Harvard-trained guys, some computer analysts, go through and read thousands of reviews. And what they found was that there was no deviation in the amount of reviews hidden or not hidden based off of people who bought ads or not. So Yelp was trying to cover their own butts by saying, hey, look, whether you buy ads on Yelp or not, the amount of reviews that you have showing and the stars and all that is the same as everybody else. Well, here's my question. If these grayed out reviews don't change anything, why gray them out? It makes no sense. You guys are contradicting yourselves at every level, and you're holding people hostage by having your marketing or your sales campaign just call businesses over and over, promising them all sorts of crazy things. So I went and I looked around, and like I said, at my own hair salon where I go and get my hair cut, 24 reviews are hidden. Now, it doesn't matter whether or not that changes the stars. Let's say that she had 24 star reviews hidden, and it was still going to be 4.5 stars at the end of the day, which is the same as the 12 that you're showing. Well, that business owner wants to show that they have 36 reviews. Right now, I look at it and I go, wow, this salon only has 12 reviews. Maybe I should go to this other salon on the beach. So it actually hides it. Now, what I really like is that Google does not hide anything. They are the only ones that actually don't hide it. So interestingly enough, I looked at my hair salon on Google, 59 reviews, 4.6 stars. So it's got more reviews, a better star rating because nothing's being hidden. And when you go to Yelp, it's 12 reviews, but there's another 24 hidden. So the hiding of the reviews is what actually really upsets business owners. And I think that what happens is that when you see hidden reviews and then you see your score drop and then you're getting phone calls, you start thinking that they're intentionally coming after you. I don't think that Yelp is actually intentionally coming after you. I don't think that they said, this burger joint on 4th Avenue, it's gone. We're going to destroy it, right? I don't think that that happens, okay? I will talk more about that in the second thing. But here's what Yelp is really doing. Yelp is leveraging people against their customers, which I don't agree with. If Yelp was totally neutral and they sold ads and they didn't hide reviews, I don't think anybody would have any problem. But they're creating their own problem by hiding reviews. I looked at least 10 to 15, maybe even 20 of my own clients of places that I frequent, and every one of them had reviews that were quote unquote not recommended. Okay. It's pretty interesting. For instance, my dentist where I go down the street, they have 46 reviews that are showing and 34 that are non-recommended. And when I did the math, if I tied in the non-recommended reviews into the other reviews, the star rating would have gone up. It would have gone up from like 4.6 or 4.7 to like 4.8. So it would have jumped just a smidge, but that's a lot for a business. I mean, that would mean that they have close to 80 reviews. And instead, the only thing that's being showing is 46. I think that that's a joke. And I don't think that you can say that you have our trust and you have the business owner's trust when you're intentionally hiding these reviews. And Yelp keeps coming out and saying, I'm going to scan down here for one other thing. Yelp keeps coming out and saying, hey, we don't sell ads that reduce or change the amount of reviews that are hidden or not hidden. But why are you hiding them to begin with? It makes absolutely no sense. Yes, I understand if a business owner goes on and they write a review about their own business that you should remove that, and I get that. But how does my hair salon have 24 taken out? How does my dentist have 34 non-recommended reviews? So I think that this is what really makes people mad, is that as soon as you get a bad review, that's when the phone calls start. And that's exactly what they want. They want you to get a bad review. And there is somebody at Yelp who is frothing at the mouth. They are just slobbering all over themselves as soon as they see that, Sally Ann's hair salon got a 1-star review. Okay. That to me is disgusting. I've never been called from Google about advertising or, buying ads to help my reviews. Google, I like much better because it's just there. And it is what it is, and it says what it says. Yelp has created a complete racket. Now, they say that they haven't created it, but you have created it. You might not, like I said, you might not actually be holding people hostage for advertising dollars, but you sure look like you do when you filter out reviews. And I swear 95% of the people I talk to don't even know that if you scan down, you'll find non-recommended reviews. So if you were really as for the business and for the people as you say you are, you would get rid of that stupid function. It is disgusting. Every time I look at this and I start reviewing it, I think of the business owners who sit out there and feel like they're being held hostage by Yelp. Now, I want you to know you are not being held hostage by Yelp. Okay, in part 2, we're going to talk more about that. But I want you to understand that if you get a bad review, there is something that you can do about it. There is something that you can actually do to try and fix it. Now, is the review ever going to go away? No, it's not going to go away. Okay. You're not going to get rid of a 1-star review, but you can outcreate it. And that's what we're going to talk about in the second part. So for right now, I think Yelp needs to do an entire turnaround on how they score things. They have all these fancy videos about how their recommended reviews are tracked. I don't believe any of it because it does not back up their actions. Their words are not backing up their actions. And I never trust a person or an organization who says one thing and does another thing. So I'm sorry, Yelp, but if I could give 1 star, I would.